everybody, this is Grace. In this video, I'm going to talk about what some would call doing the gray rock technique, using the gray rock technique, self-care, practicing self-care, or some would say that it's ostracizing yourself for a purpose, okay, in the group, kind of group setting. And I'm going to use a hypothetical, fictional, it's never happened to me this way kind of thing. But say you live in a town or a city, say 7,000 to 10,000 population, and people know one another. They went to school with one another. People usually don't move away from there. They, as time goes by, many people stay, and so families know other families. And you yourself, you're going to college to become a nurse. Okay, you're studying to become a nurse. And but in the meanwhile, you need a job, so you take a job at a local whatever factory, a local business, whatever it is. Okay, so you take this job at a new, it's new to you, and when you go in, you recognize a group of people, and you know that one of them is, say, one of the mean boys or the mean girls, okay, whatever it is, whichever it is, and the little group around this person, you say, I don't want to be associated with that. Say maybe something like you're a dispatcher and they're a certain kind of crew or something. And you don't want to be associated with that group because you know many of them, and they are the type to party on the weekend, do drugs, talk about how they almost got, the police were called out and they almost got thrown in jail, this kind of thing. And you're studying to become a nurse. Okay, so that would not go that great. You want to keep your reputation as it is and not be thought of as like them. Okay, and that's not a good idea for a nurse to be associated with people who are, drug addicts, say, or use drugs or get arrested. Well, some might say different, but not my book. Okay, you see what I'm saying? Okay, so anyway, you want to keep your reputation as it is. So what do? Now, I remember, I'm not giving anybody any suggestion or advice or any of that, reading disclaimer. But I remember, I don't know what the situation was at all. I don't. It was many years ago. But me and one of my sisters, we had worked quite a few jobs that were at the same place, or they were associated with one another. Okay. And somehow, I don't know how or why, but she's told me that I should, when I started this new job, she told me I should, I was doing temporary jobs, by the way, I think. And she said, well, go and do your usual thing of acting like the quiet nerd in the corner. I mean, I don't know where she heard that from, and I wouldn't put it that way myself. But it was basically, there's different way of looking at this. Besides all that, is that my training, my degrees are in psychology and sociology, was to not, go into a job and stand out, or go into, meeting people and standing out, and making sure I stand out, but to get to know the people first. So, quiet nerd in the corner, yeah, no. But, you see what I'm saying? And then, find out, is this the kind of people you want to be involved with? Because, as I mentioned so many times, there's always that one. My experience, can't say it 100%, but there's always that one person that is has narcissistic, histrionic kind of behaviors. In my world, that's how it's always been. Anyway, it's getting to know the people who work there, and to see, really, is this going to be the team that bullies? Seriously, the bullying team, the mean girls, mean boys, or is it going to be the, a nice place to work, and you do want to get more involved with other people? Okay, but like I say, the point of all this is how are you behaving, and what is it called? Now, some people would say, oh, that person's just an elitist, they're a snob, they think that they're better than everybody, or whatever. But when that's not really the case, okay? It's you're trying to keep your reputation intact because you have a goal of becoming a nurse, or a teacher, or whatever it is that you need a certain reputation, and they don't fit it. Their ways don't fit it. Some could say, yeah, you're a snob, but it's really self-care. You're thinking about yourself. You're thinking about your future. You're not willing to give up the rest of your life, kind of, your future, for just this job and the people there, because they want to behave in that way. You don't behave in that way. That's not your way of being at all. So why should you, be a martyr for their cause? Kind of, in a way, it would be. And that of being quiet, the quiet nerd in the corner, just being quiet or even seeming shy, is still, to me, that would be self-care. It's kind of the gray rock is, my degrees are in both psychology and sociology, so I will see it, use different terminology, but between the two of them. And yeah, you're playing gray rock, you're doing gray rock, so you don't, again, ruin your own reputation. And you're ostracizing yourself. You're keeping yourself away from that, that whole mentality, that whole reputation, that whole whatever. So now some people wouldn't see it that way. Some people wouldn't see it that it's your self-care. They would see you as fill in the blank. So anyway, what do you think? Leave a comment below. I'm going to wrap this up. If you want to subscribe to this channel, click the circle. If you want to watch a video on this channel, click on the rectangles. Like, subscribe, comment, and share if you would, and I'll talk to you on another video. Bye.